Just you will just record and send it later to everyone.
All right. So I have, I was doing like going through a little bit of your all the videos for all the presenters who have presented. So I have some feedback, but I would like to hear more from all of you, like what you guys think about yourself. So I will go ahead and play those all recordings. Let me know once you can see my screen. Okay.
Okay.
So and just a second. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay. All right. I will go ahead and share my screen. Went. All right. It started recording again. Okay. So I will share my screen and let me know once you can see it. Can you see it now?
Yes. Yes.
Can you see it now?
Yes. 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 Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I was on a mute. Sorry, my bad. So I will go ahead and open all those records one by one. Wait. Before that, unfortunately, last meeting, everybody was not able to meet Zach. So, and he has some message for us. So let's hear from him first.
Hi, everyone. And today, I'm sorry I couldn't make it to the meeting. I am going to be.
Can you hear him?
Yes.
All right.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, it was my mistake. When I
Yes,
was,
yeah.
when I was sharing, I was doing something wrong the other day. I figured out and
Presenting to you the chapter one. And today, I'm sorry I couldn't make it to the meeting. I am going to be presenting to you the chapter on Socrates. The exact title is called The Secret of Socrates. And the secret of Socrates is to get someone saying yes. You want somebody to say yes, yes, yes at the beginning of any kind of conversation. Getting someone to say no at the beginning makes it very, very difficult for them to change their mind and start saying yes later. You may be thinking that this wouldn't make any sense if you're trying to get your point across, because you can't get your point across without acknowledging the fact that you and them have things that you disagree about. Well, that's not necessarily the case. You probably do have things that you do agree on, and that's the best way to start your conversation or your meeting out with somebody who you have a difference of opinion on with them. And the author gave a couple of examples. One was a sales rep who was talking to a customer, and essentially the customer thought that the saws were running too hot, and he said he realized that they weren't running too hot. And what he did was the author basically, the sales rep essentially got the customer to agree upon the standards that were set forth, and then he added. He essentially went through this exercise where he got the customer to say yes, and they both agreed upon something, and then they moved forward, and the customer ended up seeing that he was wrong by not ever saying no. So he acknowledged that he was wrong without ever saying no. And there was another instance that the author mentioned where it was a sales a sales guy who gave him a call and talked about a specific sale that they had and got him to start saying yes, that makes sense, and ended up getting him to buy whatever sale that he had regarding, I believe it was bows, because the person was a bow hunter. The point here is that the biggest point that the author is trying to make, and I think that I'd like to bring this home for everyone on the call, you want to tread lightly. I think that there's a Chinese proverb that says, "He who treads softly goes far." So you don't want to be pushing people around as much as you can. Try to tread softly and get people saying yes, yes, yes at the beginning of your conversations, and you will go much further. I will say that I have, I am being in sales, so I think that this is very applicable for me. And I had a customer one time, and I started out my presentation by making a joke. And the joke basically got the customer to say no. I was like, "Is this the way we should do things?" And then the customer was like, "No." And then I proceeded to say, "This is the right way to do things." However, the customer was on his defensive the whole time and didn't buy. And I really believe that it was because I started off the conversation by getting the customer to say no, which is the wrong thing to do. You always want to start off your conversation by getting your customer to say yes. Thanks everybody for listening, and I hope you have a great Sunday, and tell your moms Happy Mother's Day. And if there's any moms on the call, Happy Mother's Day.
All right. So he will be joining us tomorrow. That's what, 1 second. Okay, so let me, my goodness. Okay, I have pretty bad idea about this. Okay, so let me stop sharing now. He'll be joining us tomorrow. Now I will go ahead and go with our feedback session. So can you see screen again?
No. Yeah.
Okay. How was he was, I mean, you guys can hear clearly, right? There are no,
Yes.
Yes.
okay. That was my bad other day. Okay. So we will start with, what his name? Let me see. I have got, bunch of names for, so I will start with Tahira. And I will share these recordings. I will share these recordings with you as well. I'm trying to find how I can send, maybe through Google Drive or Dropbox. Okay, so he started at 27 minutes and 41 seconds. Okay, so
Yeah, myself today.
okay, so it is like Hira's story. So go ahead, Hira. The stage is yours.
Okay. Hi friends.
Everybody, please listen carefully, because you have to give the feedback to him.
Hi friends. I am Hiralal Mahato from Godda, Jharkhand. My father Sri Baburam Mahato. He is a practitioner here, and my mother is a government employee working in Muzaffarpur. As my mother is working in Muzaffarpur, so my primary education completed here. Okay, am I audible to all of you?
Yeah. Carry on.
Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. My primary education completed in Muzaffarpur. And after completing 8th class there, I returned to my native land, Godda, Jharkhand, from where I passed my class 10 as well 12th. After that, I went to Patna, where I started preparation for IITG. And after that, I took admission in Kapurthala, Punjab, in BTech Electronics and Communication Engineering. During completion of the degree, I got an opportunity to work for Accenture Services Private Limited and NTPC Dadri. And after some time, I resigned Accenture Services Private Limited and started preparation for IES. But during my preparation, there was a time where my father met an accident, and I had to return back home for servicing him. And after that, I could not return to work. Then I decided not to go for IES. I started preparation for civil services, and in 2016, I cleared the PT prelims examination of JPSC, and also I wrote the mains examination in 2018-19, but could not clear, unfortunately, the mains exam. Now I am preparing for that with my all concerns, and trying my best to catch it up. Friends, this is an opportunity where I just wanted to clear civil services as soon as possible, and I am trying my best to gain it as soon as possible. I also want to tell one more thing. During the preparation and you can say during this period, there was a incident which made me change myself, that I should stay here in home to service my parent, my father exactly, because he was not good in physical position. So I decided not to go Delhi for work. And now I am preparing for civil services. And also I have started an institute for the general competition where I teach a general studies subject. History, geography, polity, these are the general study subjects. If I will tell you the my hobbies, about my hobbies, I just like to play cricket, watching cricket, watching religious serials like Ramayana, Mahabharata. That is a favorite serial to me. And I also watch cricket on TV. If I talk about my strength, I think once I decided something to achieve, I go behind it till I get it. And if I talk about my weakness, I think I am so much emotional and attached to anybody as soon, attached to somebody soon. I also like to share one more thing, that in this period of time where I am preparing for civil services, I got 2 or 3 opportunities but could not gain it. But I am trying to my best to go for that, and that is my only goal, to achieve it in time before 2021. Thank you guys.
Thank you. Back to meeting again. All right. Where is Veera? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
What do you think?
I think it was not very good presentation.
Oh, yeah. What are maybe Sakti? What are 3 things you did well? Sakti.
3 things. I think that he explained. He covered everything about his. One can, after seeing after listening his speech, one can understand all the phases, whatever he had told. It was in a simple way, and it was he was able to explain about his life clearly. And story. Okay, and I think that The story was also good, and he was confident while speaking. That I liked. He was not nervous.
Confident. Okay, so these are the three things. All right, Pallavi, what could be two things he can do better? We cannot hear you.
I think the things which he have said that he had worked in the Accentures, or later on when he started preparing for the services, or he could have like explained more that what are the things he learned from the corporate life, whether it has given him some confidence, or the life whether whatever he is leading now, that he has qualified mails also, that is a good thing. So he would have said more about it, which could be motivated, like motivational. Others
Right.
could be motivated about it. And he is teaching also in some institute, like he has his own teaching institute. These are the points which can easily everyone can get it in this whole speech. So
Right.
my suggestion is that he should have like next time whenever he will give speech, he should highlight his like these kind of strengths more.
Right. Exactly.
Okay, I got it.
Good point. Thank you, Pallavi.
Thank you,
Okay.
Pallavi.
All right. So I have some feedback for you in general, Hira.
Yeah.
And, these are like a couple of things I know we all are working. So, I mean, you have to understand the kind of vocabulary you use, right?
Right.
Don't use incident, use situation. Okay. So incident is little bit negative word. So incident, that that tells you like something wrong has happened, or some we use that in corporate industry. So like in American English or wherever you go, they try to avoid this word incident.
Okay.
So it's for everybody, you know. And then again, little bit of grammatical mistake. I get attached. It is attached to. So those would be a few things for you to work on. And then wait, what else? Rather than using decide, tell, commit, that is a little bit of good word. And then that's all. Other than that, everything was good, as Sakti told, and Pallavi gave you a nice feedback. So thank you.
Thank you, Ajay.
All right. Thank you, Pallavi, for giving your feedback. All right. So next is Dilip. I will start sharing again. Can you guys see screen again?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
I have not started recording. Like I have not started playing video, so I will. Now it's for the lip, so you guys have to listen carefully, and I will ask what he could have done better. So he was 36 minutes and okay, 35 seconds. Comes from same area in Bihar.
Importance of ethics in our life.
Start your speech. Evaluation we will do later.
Okay.
Okay. Dilip, I am timing you. Okay, so you don't have to worry. Okay, I will show you the time cards. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Go ahead, Dilip. All the best.
Oh. Okay. Thank you. Oh.
Guys, again, reminder.
Hi, as you know myself, Dilip, and today I will tell you the importance of ethics in our life. Many occasions of the life and many moments of the life when the life becomes unable to take decision because of ethics, and our dream, and lastly and finally our dream due to the ethics, our dream become a feelings. There is such a kind of a story of a particular guy who hadn't taken ethics during the time of starting a professional life, or professional career, and he is repenting on his decision. It was the year of 2011. Then he completed his graduation. And I want to tell you that he was from a rural area of the northern region of India. District was Madhubani and village was Patitul. It falls in Bihar. The story, though he was not sincere about his career before his graduation. But after graduation, he had a desire to get a good job where he can get a good environment, respectable work, and handsome salary. The expectation was very high. But the social environment and his desire was about to do job in the government sector. Social experts, local social experts, teachers, mentors, and others experienced people were also advising him to prepare for a general competition for a government job. But other preparing aspirants were advising him to prepare for a Hello?
Yeah,
Dilip, we can't hear you.
no, he was on unmute. So go ahead, Dilip, go ahead. We can hear you.
Because risks was very higher on that time in the government sector. There was a job slowdown in the government sector. So many government sector. And after a certain period of time, they had to decide. He had to decide, and he decided to make a career in a private sectors because he didn't have a courage to take a risk on that period. And he completed his MBA in a private college of Greater Noida, and they started working with a private company. Whenever he remembered those days, he find repenting on his decision, but he has a good learning from the decision that if you have a greater desire, greater goal in your life, then you will have to be a Rixi and Austria. This is not about a story of any other. This is a story of mine, and this was a very important story. And this was one of the highlighted moment of my life. And I can't never forget that moment where one decision and not taking a risk, where the courage of not taking a risk made me forced to take a decision to make my career in a private sector. So I think that this is all about all about a story of today, and I want to share with you all guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Dilip. Back again. All right. Where is Veera? Dilip is not here on call today for some reason. Hira, what are 3 things he did well?
Yeah, he mentioned his all the life moments very well. He tried to explain his journey in proper way. A couple of times he used the word risk, which is not very good. It should be risk. And finally, one more thing he ended with saying, to make risk on proper time can change the life.
It should be two.
It's very appreciation. It should be appreciated that he has accepted all his mistakes and tried to learn it in future.
Thank you. Anything else?
No.
Deepak. So what are things?
Yes.
One more thing he has explained about that highlighted moment. I think this word is not good. Highlighted moment.
Okay. Deepak, what he could have done better? 2, 3 things.
First of all, I want to say just to work on his pronunciation skills, like on his pronunciation, like he was pronunciating the word like risks, takes, sectors, things like this, and he should be more confident while speaking, right? It seems like he just mug up the thing and speak. It doesn't. I mean, it should not be like that. It should be like whatever. If I am narrating a story about myself, then I should be confident enough to express it in a way that it should look like real thing. No, the way he was speaking, it looks like it is looking like he just has written somewhere those things and just mug it up and speaking. And there's one suggestion I just want to give to Dilip. He should read books more and more. That's it.
Right.
Thank you.
Thanks, Deepak. So here we will, again, because of Zoom limitation, I have to end this meeting, and you can join the same meeting again. I'm creating a new meeting, okay? So you just have to click on the same link again, and you will be back in the meeting. All right? So let me end this meeting, and I will see you guys in 1 minute, okay?
Okay.